From the Detroit Free Press, it's Monday, May 10th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Okay, millennials. Some of you are turning 40 this year, and you aren't the youngest generation anymore. Let's face it, you're finally growing up. You're getting married, having kids, and buying your own houses. Millennials have survived one challenge after another by adapting, and the latest adaptation seems to be trying to settle down and, dare we say it, act like boomers. So while many millennials have clung to their tech-savvy, achievement-oriented, don't-tell-me-what-to-do reputation by balancing several jobs at once to create their own income, others are trying some new things. One even confessed in an essay that the pandemic has encouraged her to make her bed every day. That's adulting, right? Some millennials have completely left corporate America, starting less traditional jobs and venturing off on their own as entrepreneurs. Millennials still tend to be more mobile than any other generation before them, but there's also evidence that millennials are finally investing in homes. Older millennials, 59% of them anyway, are purchasing houses even if they have to borrow from their retirement accounts, credit cards, and parents to do so. Perhaps the truest test that millennials are growing up is that they're starting to be mocked by the generation that's following them, Generation Z, also known as the Zoomers. And now that older millennials have homes, they can tell the Zoomers to get off their lawns.
For the Detroit Free Press Autos team, I'm Jamie LaRue. NASCAR racing legend Rick Hendrick is lending his race car know-how to GM Defense to help build a truck that will be a beast on the battlefield. GM formed the wholly owned subsidiary GM Defense in 2017. Last summer, GM Defense won a $214 million Army contract to build the Infantry Squad vehicle. That vehicle must be light enough for a chopper to lift it off the battlefield, but strong enough to withstand war. Race cars share those same needs. Lightweight equals speed, but race cars must be durable to protect a driver in a crash at 200 miles per hour. So GM Defense hired Hendrick Motorsports to build the exterior frames or exoskeletons for the first 649 military vehicles. Hendrick will use the same lightweight and strong chromoly steel on the military vehicle that it uses for race cars. GM Defense's new factory is in Concord, North Carolina, a 12-minute drive from Hendrick Motorsports and about a 2-hour drive west of Fort Bragg, the vehicle's ultimate destination.
This is Detroit Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan. There's more to owning an electric vehicle than just remembering to plug it in every once in a while. Ford Mustang Mach-E owners are the latest to learn that they have to develop some new habits to get the most out of their EVs. At issue, minimizing cold weather's effect on how far they can drive with a fully charged battery. While cold weather can lead to dead batteries in traditional cars, that's not the issue here. An EV's advanced battery can sit for a long time in the winter with no problems. However, electric vehicles use electricity to warm their cabin. That can be a major drain on the battery, potentially reducing how far you can drive by 40 to 50%. Here's how to avoid that problem with the award-winning Mustang Mach-E or any electric vehicle. The magic word is preconditioning. That means programming your car to warm up before you start driving, while it's still plugged into the charging outlet you use at home, work, or even a public charging station. Most EVs have smartphone apps that let you precondition the cabin the same way a remote start works in a regular car. The difference is that while a remote start burns gasoline while your car is sitting motionless, an EV's range benefits from preconditioning because it uses electricity from the power grid, not from the battery you're counting on to get you to your destination. You can program automatic preconditioning in advance of regularly scheduled trips, too. Go to the Detroit Free Press for more tips on getting the most out of an electric vehicle.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. Once Max Domi of the Columbus Blue Jackets scored the game-winning goal in overtime on Saturday, the Detroit Red Wings season ended and a long off-season began. For Wings GM Steve Yzerman and the rest of the Wings front office, there is a laundry list of things that need to be done between now and the opening of training camp just a few months from now. The first thing is the future of Wings head coach Jeff Blashill. Yzerman has gone on record saying that he and Blashill will talk about that future at season's end. Following that is free agency. Expect a player like Jakub Vrana, who was acquired in April, to be a highly sought-out free agent. After free agency comes 2 drafts. The Wings will have to put out a list of players who will possibly go to the newest franchise in Seattle. After the expansion draft, it is the NHL's entry draft. The Wings hold 12 picks as of right now. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on for the Red Wings this offseason.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.